Hey everyone, it's Oren. Today I'm showing you a quick guide to splitting your audio inputs into different channels for your stream, specifically separating Discord from your desktop audio, using a free and easy to use digital mixer called Voicemeeter. Once Voicemeeter's set up, we'll walk through bringing those audio channels into a broadcasting software such as OBS Studio. And if you'd like an additional audio tip using Voicemeeter's virtual cable, stick around till the end of the video. Let's get started. So the first step we need to take in getting Voicemeeter set up is to download the software, and you can do that at their website at vb-audio.com, and you can find that under the Audio Apps tab here up at the top. I'll also be including a link in the description to this website. There's a couple of different options that we could choose from. The first option is called Voicemeeter. This version has only a single virtual input. There's also Banana, which is what I'm using, that has 2 virtual inputs, and Potato. Potato has 3 virtual inputs. Now the difference between these is Voicemeeter and Banana are free, while Potato you need to purchase a license to use. We're going to be focusing on Banana. I think this is the best option for what we're trying to accomplish. So we'll download it from the website here, and then we will set it up on our PC. The last thing that I want to look at on this website before we move on to the next step is this virtual audio cable tab. What this will do for you is you'll be able to turn one of the hardware input channels in Voicemeeter into a third virtual input channel. So you basically get the same number of virtual input channels as Potato in Banana now. So you can download a free additional virtual cable from this tab. Any subsequent virtual cables need to be purchased. Now that we have Voicemeeter downloaded and installed, our next step is to change our default audio device. And we do that by coming down to the speaker icon in the toolbar in the bottom right-clicking that, and choosing Open Sound Settings. We're going to do a couple of different things in this window. But the first thing I want to do is click the Sound Control Panel button. It's going to bring up this window right here. What we want to look for is the Voicemeeter input and Voicemeeter aux input options. We'll need to right-click Voicemeeter input and choose to set this as the default device. Once we've set this as our default communication device, we can hit OK. So back on the sound page, we need to go down here to App Volume and Device Preferences. Now on this screen, you'll see the different programs that are outputting sound, and we can change their output and input defaults. And what we want to do is set our desktop audio up here to Voicemeeter input. The second thing that I want to do is change my Discord default output device to the Voicemeeter aux input. Once you've done that, we can close this window. Those 2 channels are represented here in the Voicemeeter interface, with the Voicemeeter input in this column and the Voicemeeter aux channel in this column. And these channels will already be feeding into Voicemeeter. We'll also want to make sure that the desktop audio is set to come out of the Voicemeeter input, and we can do that by left-clicking on the speaker icon down here in the bottom right again, and this little fly-up arrow here. We click that and scroll through the list, and you'll find Voicemeeter input. We want to select that option. Our next step is to go into Discord and adjust the default output devices as well. I'm going to pull up Discord here, and down in the bottom left, we'll click the user settings gear. We'll navigate to voice and video. And in this output device field here, we want to make sure we're choosing Voicemeeter aux input. So we're going to be using that aux channel for Discord. At this stage, we have our desktop audio being routed already through the Voicemeeter input channel, while we have our Discord audio being routed through the Voicemeeter aux channel. The final thing we want to do in Voicemeeter before we move on to a streaming software like OBS Studio is setting the hardware output channels. This is going to be what you hear coming through your speakers or your headphones. That can be found up here in the top right. The first one you want to set up is this A1 output channel. I would recommend setting this up with your primary audio device, whether that be your speakers or a headset. If you have some headphones that show up in the audio list, you could set those to the A2 output channel. It's important to know which output channel you assign to your speakers or your headphones, because when we come down to the Voicemeeter input channel and the Voicemeeter aux input channels, this is where you're going to be able to control what you hear where. So currently I have my speakers coming through A1, and right now I have those activated. So I'll be able to hear anything routed through the Voicemeeter input channel. I also have the Voicemeeter aux channel coming out of my A1 desktop audio speakers. That way I can hear Discord coming through this channel as well. If I had two audio output channels that I wanted to listen to, I could select these additional options here. The final step is to bring those audio channels we've set up into your streaming software. Now, I'm using OBS Studio, and I want to do a little preliminary adjustments to the settings first. So I'm going to go into the settings tab here. I want to go into the audio category. And you'll notice under the global audio devices, I have all of these audio inputs disabled. The reason for this is the software wants to auto-apply your default audio devices. This becomes a problem when you're setting up your scenes. If you have any of your audio devices set here, they will be automatically added to your scene. I don't want my audio devices in every scene. So for example, if I'm running my intro music, I don't want my microphone to be attached to that scene. If I had it set here, it would be there whether I liked it or not, and I would have to manually mute it and unmute it. So the first thing I recommend is disabling all of these global audio devices. Once you've done that, now we can start adding your audio devices into your scenes as sources. So in OBS, right now I'm in my multi-game scene. And if we scroll down in the list here, you'll see that I have multiple audio devices already set up. And the way that I did this is, for example, I want to add my microphone. I'll click on the plus sign there, and I want to choose audio input capture. Now, word of advice, don't route your microphone through Voicemeeter at all. You want to bring your microphone directly into your streaming software through the audio input capture. And once that's set up, you can attach your microphone to this source. Now I want to add my desktop audio. So I would hit the plus sign here, and desktop audio is going to be an audio output capture. So not an input, an output capture. And once you have that source available, the channel that you want to add to this is Voicemeeter input. If you remember, we added Voicemeeter input as our default desktop audio device. And finally, we want to set up our Discord audio. It's the same process as setting up your desktop audio. You want to choose audio output capture. So we'd originally set up our Discord to run through the Voicemeeter aux input. So that's the option we want to choose here. Now, if you look at my audio mixer dock, you can see that I have those three audio sources set up. I have my desktop audio, my Discord audio, and my microphone. And I can control these independent of each other, and they should all be output to my stream separately. So if I wanted to mute my Discord audio so that my stream can't hear it, I can just select the mute option there. This won't stop me from hearing Discord myself because I have that audio in Voicemeeter coming out through my speakers. Now, if I want my stream to hear Discord again, all I have to do is unmute it. The last thing that I want to share with you is a trick that I found in utilizing Voicemeeter with OBS. When we're talking about things like alert sounds, and we have videos that play, stickers that make sound, things like that that you want to be notified of, you can do that by using the Voicemeeter virtual cable that we installed. So if I navigate back to Voicemeeter, and I come over here to the hardware input 1 channel. Click that and you have that virtual cable installed from the website. I can choose that as my hardware input. What this does is it makes this hardware input into a digital input, just like our 2 channels here. So what I've done is I've set my OBS monitoring device to that virtual cable. So you can see that here, cable input, VB audio virtual cable. What that allows me to do is set up things like my alerts to come through that virtual cable channel apart from the desktop. And this is why that's cool. Before I had this set up, when those alerts would sound, the desktop audio was picking them up as well. And there was an echo. I don't want to hear that echo. So by going to my advanced audio properties here, we're going to select the gear in the audio mixer and go to advanced audio properties. And any of our audio devices here, we can set to monitor and output when we want to hear them as well. So right now, my alerts are coming through Stream Elements, and you'll see I have Stream Elements set to monitor and output. Output going out to the stream, monitor coming in through my audio device so I can hear it as well. That way I'm notified when an alert goes off as well as stream hears it, and there will be no echo. And that's how you can use Voicemeeter to split your audio. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more content from us, hit the subscribe button and follow us over on Twitch. Thanks for joining me and have a good one. See ya.